Hello. So today I'm answering a question that was actually in the Abundance Party. Somebody was asking, like, how do I get on podcasts if I feel like my ideal clients might be listening to it? And here is my answer. It's that most of the podcasts that you want to be on, meaning you found them, so other people have too, they're probably getting pitched a few times a week. Sometimes I get pitches that like pretend to listen to my podcast, but it's really clear that they don't. So it'll be like, Abundance Practice Building, comma, I really liked episode number whatever, entitled whatever. I work for this very important person who does a completely unrelated thing than what you do. And we think your audience would really value her message. Please let me know if you would like to interview her for your podcast. That's not the way to do it. That's not the way to pitch a podcast. You want to stick out in a way that's not like, this is a templated thing that I just sent to a bunch of people. So the kind of thing that usually works for us is, hi, Allison, like knowing the podcaster's name is probably important, right? And saying that you listen to something. My name is whatever, and I have this job, and I was listening to your podcast on this topic. So don't say the title, because the title's often, I mean, you can, but when you're like, oh, I was listening to your podcast on, how to market your practice as a man to like young women without looking creepy. Like that's a really specific topic. Or I was listening to your podcast on having a hard time finding your niche when you really want to do two different things. And I thought it'd be fun to go a little deeper. I really love talking about this topic. I work with people struggling to have this particular outcome around this topic. So if you think that'd be helpful, I'd love to be a guest on your podcast. Here's my website if you want to check me out. Sincerely, and then your name. It's really important that it doesn't feel like this thing that you just like literally copy and paste to everybody else. Because when we're getting multiple pitches a week, like you don't care about us, you don't care about our audience. And we get that a lot where people are in a completely unrelated field. They don't know anything about therapists in private practice, and they're trying to get access to you guys. And I don't want to give it to them because they clearly haven't done their research. So I don't trust that they're going to give you value. So that's the way to do it and the way not to do it. I would also like to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring us today. And Podcast Girl, they're a great place to really reach your ideal clients. I can't tell you how much money I've probably spent on either things advertised on podcasts I love or services that are talked about on a podcast I love. So if your ideal client listens to podcasts, it's a really good way to get in front of them. All right, I'll talk with you later.